we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First time with Bijan Robinson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 14 carries, 63 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and this focus getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Penix working out of the gun here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Call out a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Fields. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times
Nice. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jermaine Johnson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular that you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit. I'll put some points on the board on this one.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 13 carries, 66 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
You talk about this Falcon defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 of the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. How about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Here's Fields. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. The way in. Touchdown, New York. Alan Lazard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Full connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
Yes.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And looking to throw, Penix. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Robinson. Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd down and 6 to go.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
3rd down and 6. Here's Penix.
Nice.
Pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here we go. Now Fields. And nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Straight ahead is Hall. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
우와, 맞을까?
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44.
For a team who came in there on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards there for number 15. First down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To the air, Penix. He finds Aguilar over the middle. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Operating from the gun, Penix.
Nice.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
짱 노신신한 게임.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now it's Fields.
Incomplete. 슈퍼스타이긴 최대가 있죠.
They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Fields now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. counter. It's Hall. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
319, Jets, right?
On first and 10, it's Hall. Now he's loose at the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Fields. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson from 3 yards out. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Here we go.
In motion, Aguilar. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Looking to throw, Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down, Falcons.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Falcons.
In motion goes McLeod. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Penix. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Will McDonald. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. In motion, the tight end. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 3rd and 19.
これで主力メンバー全員10セットした。
They'll throw with Penix.
うん。
And this throw will be intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here we go. Up. 319. That's it. Go.
Oh, to get up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Operating from the gun, Fields. And this is inside the 5. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Jets take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now Folk for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Second and 1. Completes it to Aguilar. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Hall. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. And the fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Jalen Walker on the coverage.
Hey, number Monday. Here we go, son. Up. Right.
Looking to throw. Fields. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
to me the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. So here we go on 4th down. Fields. Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Clark Phillips has got it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, down this big, we know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys on that side of the ball.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go, son. Turbos. Hey, can. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. That one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Green 19, got you that?
A shotgun snap, Fields. Over the middle to Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
19 instruction.
Now Fields going to move him around. They'll give the Hall. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down at 7.
Here we go, son.
Back to throw. Fields. Smith catches left side. He's going to go out of the bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he completes it to Wilson. That's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
And
decided to run a hitch route, it really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down and 4.
Here we go. Hey, Ken.
To throw is Fields.
Safe.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Again, Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here we go, Scott. Go.
Here's Fields. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Brings up second and goal at the Falcons' 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
11. 2 points.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. So nothing doing there. And now we've got a third and goal situation.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats.
出るかな。
Throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
Touchdown, Jets. From 4 yards out. And the Jets take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
だいぶ抑えられて
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it is 28-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that's quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Brings up second and 8.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You have to worry about the backside at all. That might give you a little bit more confidence as you burst down the field.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 38-yard line, second and 9. In motion goes McLeod. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The Falcons on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll go play action here with Penix. And that one too wide and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure.
さすがに無理でしょ。アプネでね。
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point in the season.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. Blue 58, blue 58, son. Son.
From the gun, here's Fields. This is Smith to the ground. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Now Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here we go. Good. Right.
Now it's Fields. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To the air, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he switched up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
1st down, Falcons.
Option play, here's Robinson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4. Robinson with another carry. A beautiful fake. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Penix. And it's incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
And looking to throw, Penix. Throw out wide is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The New York set to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
13 more yards. That's another Jets. First
Alpha right here.
down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Handoff, running left, here's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Here we go, son.
Here's a give to Hall. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Hall again. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for our coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Here we go. We're good.
Fields. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. On for the extra point is Folk. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Drew with a juke. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Quentin Williams in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll throw with Penix. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Looking to throw Penix. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000.
Don't jump. Ready?
Back to throw. Fields. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jets, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
야, 베티스 수가 하나.
I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth. Nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your
우승으로
stone.
까먹어.
You can't stop this. You can't stop this. And now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest.
이거 진행이 하나씩 알려드려?
You can't stop this. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. You won't break me. I won't back down. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm up so high. I got no doubt. This life ain't got no ceiling like you won't break